Hi and welcome or welcome back to The Books Are Everywhere. So it is the end of April. I can't believe we're about to start the start of May. It is crazy. The 5th month of the year is nearly upon us, and I am super excited to say that my May TBR is here. My May mini golf TBR is here, which I'm very excited to film, partly because I love filming these TBRs, and partly because we have a little bit of a refresh. So something I've wanted to do for a while is make the prompts that I use a bit more permanent and laminate them. I know that's a stupid thing, but I also refreshed the prompts and added some new ones, and they are also now laminated so they will stick better, they're more permanent. You know, it's just better all round. So I have the same kind of system where I pick them out of a box, and they're just all laminated now, so that's good. It's taken me a lot of the day, but I've wanted to do this for a while, so because of that I have taken the old prompts off of the holes, and we will be choosing new prompts for the all 4 holes today. But before I do that, let's just talk through my my April TBR and how I did in April. So I have in fact managed to complete my TBR for April, which I'm super happy with, especially because I have been very busy and had a lot of stress this month as well, so I am really proud of myself for finishing these books, but I'm just going to take you through them in no particular order. So I had shortest book, in which I read Paper Girls Volume 1 by Brian K. Vaughan. I really enjoyed this. I think I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Ended on a cliffhanger. It is like 1980s Stranger Things vibes, supernatural, paranormal. Read this in an afternoon where I needed something chill and easy to read, and this being a graphic novel, it was perfect. Loved the colours and the art style as well, so yeah, 4.5 out of 5 stars. And for odd page number, I had Skanda and the Unicorn Thief by A.F. Sedman. This one was a fun, action-packed middle grade following a unicorn and some kind of dark adventures, which is really interesting. I would definitely recommend this one. It was a great middle grade. It's now out as well. It came out yesterday on the 28th of April, and I did really enjoy it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I then had Second Hand, in which I read The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz-Zafón. I read this one on audiobook, which was really good, and this one is a mystery set in Barcelona, I think, and it was following somebody who picked up this book called The Shadow of the Wind, and there was a lot of mystery surrounding the author. It was really good. I think I wanted a little bit more of a thriller element to it, or a little bit more fast-paced, but I read this one for the prompt of Second Hand book, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And then for the prompt of a book you've had for over a year, I chose The Conference of the Birds by Ransom Riggs. This is the 5th book in the Miss Peregrine series, so I can't say much about it, but I did actually finish this entire series. I read the 5th and 6th books on audio during the month of April, and I've now finished them both and finished the series, which is really good. I'm really happy with that. I gave both of them, I think, 3.5 stars, or maybe this one 3.5 and the last one 3, can't quite remember. I did enjoy them, but I feel like these do get a bit repetitive towards the end of the series, and I do definitely see them as 2 different trilogies, and if you're going to read them, I would recommend just reading the first 3, to be completely honest, but I'm glad I finally finished the series. And I also read How to Kidnap the Rich by Rahul Rayner. This was the prompt of new author, and this was a kind of slower thriller set in Delhi. Had a lot of discussions on Delhi, people who live in Delhi and the rich people who live in Delhi, so that was really interesting, but I did want it to be a bit more fast-paced and it took me a long time to get through it, so I gave that one 3.5 stars as well, and that was for the prompt of a new author. So yeah, those are the books that I read for TBR Mini Golf in April. There will be a full wrap-up as well with more of my thoughts and feelings on those, and the books I read for Magical Readathon, which I think I've also managed to complete my TBR for, which is really, really good, and I'm really, really happy with that. So yeah, I think I've read about 10 books this month, maybe, but yes, I'm happy with that. And I enjoyed a lot of the books I read for this TBR as well. But before we get into the actual game itself and choosing the prompts, just a few rules for you. So I choose 5 books every month. That just keeps standard every month. I choose 5, so I roll. I hit the balls 5 times essentially, and once I get them into a hole, those holes have prompts on them, and I basically just pick a book in relation to that prompt. There are 4 holes which you will see in a moment in this mini golf game, which are laid out alongside one another. It is utter chaos, but it's so much fun. And each one has a prompt, so I will be picking 5 books unless things go wrong. So if I miss after 3 shots, then I do have to add another book to my TBR, meaning there could be 6 or 7 in this video, which has only happened once, luckily. And if I get 3 hole-in-ones in a game, I can swap out a prompt and pick a new one, so that is quite cool, but it's never happened yet. So yeah, let's get started and replace the prompts. I think that's all of the rules that you need to know for now. If we get any others on the way, then I'll explain them. So yeah, there will also be a playlist linked down below with the first video and all of the ones that I've done since. But yeah, I'm going to replace the prompts on all of the holes and then we'll get started. So when I pick these prompts, I try to show you guys, but not me. So I will do that as much as I can, and usually I seem to do it pretty well, but with these being laminated it might be a little bit harder. But yeah, I'm going to try and continue to do that. I'm really trying hard not to look, but I need to know that they're the right way around, so it's really difficult. The one to go on orange is this one. I think that's the right way up. And the one to go on dark blue is this one. I don't think that's the right way up. I think that's the right way up. And the prompt to go on green is this one. Don't know if that's the right way or not. I think that's the right way. And the last one to go on turquoise, I am going to choose this one. Okay, so that's all of the prompts on. You should be able to also see the holes now as well. So let's get started with the first book. So it went round blue, so let's see what the prompt is on blue. And that prompt is adult book, which really helps me because this is a very vague prompt, so I can fit a lot into it, and there are some books that I need to read in the month of May, so I'm going to choose one of those. So I am going to choose That Green-Eyed Girl by Julie Owen Moylan. I always struggle with this font. But yeah, this is a thriller that was sent to me by the publishers. I don't know too much about it, but thank you so much to Penguin Michael Joseph for sending me this one. I am very excited to read it. It sounds really, really good. So the synopsis says, in 1955, in an apartment on New York's Lower East Side, school teachers Dovie and Gillian live as lodgers. Dancing behind closed curtains, mixing cocktails for two, they guard their private lives fiercely until someone guesses the truth. 20 years later, in the same apartment, Ava Winters is keeping her own secret. Her mother has become erratic, haunted by something Ava doesn't understand, until one sweltering July morning she disappears. Soon after, Ava receives a parcel, addressed simply to apartment 3B. It contains a photograph of a woman with the word liar scrawled over her face. Ava does not know what the photograph means, nor who sent it, but if she can find out, perhaps she'll discover the answers she's seeking and meet the woman at the heart of it all. So yeah, I just read the bit about the apartment 3B and the parcel with the photograph, and I wanted to read this immediately. I'm hoping this will be really quick because it's a thriller, and I love the cover and the colours they used as well. So I'm excited to have this one on my TBR. And I'm going to replace the prompt on blue with this one. Okay, so let's go again for the second book. I literally just bounced off orange and that's the easiest one to get in. It's ridiculous. Okay, we got through green. Let's see what the prompt is on green. So the prompt on green is a friend pick. I think what I'm going to do is send a list of books to a group chat and see what people pick. And the first person to reply will be in this video. Their prompt, their choice will be in this video. So yeah, I'm gonna probably send them a list of all of the books on my TBR, like my physical TBR, and then they can choose. Okay, so I've sent a list of my standalone books on my TBR because my series books are a bit of a mishmash. There's some that aren't complete series, or they need to be buddy read. I want to buddy read them with friends, and things like that. So I haven't sent that, and also like some I actually just have like the second book in the series, or I'm missing one or something. So I've sent a standalones one. Also, I don't want people to have to trawl through too many books. But for now, I am going to add a new prompt to green and we will see what people reply with, and then I will let you know. Hopefully someone actually replies. But anyway, the prompt going on to green is this one. I think it's that way. Okay, let's go for book number 3. Not that we know what book number 2 is yet. Again, I missed orange, the easiest one to get in. Why? Why? Have I not? I only have one more shot now. Okay, I'm gonna try and get it in orange, but watch me fail again. Okay, we got in orange, we destroyed orange. Let's see what's on there. And this one is shortest book. It's so weird that this has come up 2 months in a row when I've changed everything up as well. Amy's just replied, and I knew she would choose that one if she got to choose. I knew if she saw it first, that's what she'd choose. I will tell you guys, actually, before I do this, what Amy picked for me to choose. So Amy chose The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I think because I could see it in my field of vision, I kept looking at it and thinking, if Amy sees this first, she will pick The Love Hypothesis. And she did. She did. She loves this book, and a few of my friends absolutely love this book. And I recently got this beautiful Illumicrate edition, so I am happy to actually read this. I think it's going to be a super quick one as well. And this one is a romance between two people. I think one is a PhD student or candidate. One of them is a PhD candidate and one is a young hotshot professor. One of them believes in love, one of them doesn't, I think. And they put their love to, well, they put it to the test basically and see if they can fall in love. I think that's essentially what this rough synopsis is. But I'm sure you also, most of you know what The Love Hypothesis is about because it's very, very popular. So yeah, that's what I'm reading for friend pick. Now let's find out what the shortest book on my TBR is. Okay, skipping Christmas book and one that's the fourth in a series, we get Before the Coffee Gets Cold, which I am also not mad about. This one is 213 pages, I think, so it's quite a short one, as the prompt suggests. And this one is a time travel Japanese contemporary, I think. It's Japanese translated, and it's basically about this coffee shop that when you sit in a specific seat in this coffee shop, you can go back in time and experience something that I think you experienced in this coffee shop, and it's like different people's stories. So yeah, excited to read this. I've wanted to read it for a while, so again, not mad about picking this one up, although this TBR is not going where I thought it was going to go. Okay, replacing the prompt on, where were we? Orange. I'm gonna add this one. I think it's that one. So I have just realised something. I said before that if I didn't get it in 3 shots, now I actually have been doing that to 5, so I've just made this game really hard for myself. So on this one for the 4th book, I am going to go back to if I don't get it in 5 goes. I'm pretty sure, I can't even remember my own rules. This is very chaotic, as is tradition. But yeah, in 5 goes. If I can't get it in 5, then I have to start again and add a book to my TBR. But I'm going to try and get turquoise because I like having a full range across the board. But I also find turquoise quite hard to get in. Okay, so I missed twice. And I missed again. I might have to give up, honestly. Don't know which way to try. No, I'm gonna try turquoise again. See if we can get it. Nope, I missed. Now I'm really anxious because I only have one left, but I might try orange just to make this easier on myself. Honestly, May is a stressful month. I do not need books on my TBR, like a lot. I don't. Okay, we got it in orange. Stressful. Let's see the prompt on orange. So the prompt I just put on orange was one-word title, so let's see the books that I want to read whether any have a one-word title. So in a bit of a plot twist, I'm actually going to choose to read Paranassi. Because I saw this on a video from Book Browsing Blog earlier today, and she said this was actually a lot quicker than she expected, and it reads kind of like a thriller mystery, and it is just over 200 pages, so I'm going to pick this one up and see how I feel about it. I think it's a Greek mythofiction following Paranassi, and it's quite a short synopsis, so I'll read it out to you. It says that Paranassi lives in the house, perhaps he always has. Then messages begin to appear, scratched out in chalk on the pavements. There is someone new in the house, but who are they and what do they want? Lost texts must be found, secrets must be uncovered. The world that Paranassi thought he knew is becoming strange and dangerous. The beauty of the house is immeasurable, its kindness infinite. Very mysterious, and I feel like this book is going to be very poetic. It's one of those that I think I might not like because of the writing style, but I've also heard really good things about it, and I think the audiobook is meant to be really good. I think Joe listened to it on audiobook, so I might try and pick it up on audio. So yeah, I'm reading Paranassi now. Okay, let's replace the prompt on orange again. And we'll go again. And I am going to go with this one. So it's time for my 5th and final book, unless I get this very wrong. I'm going to try and get it back into turquoise again, but we'll see how it goes. Again, I missed. Yay, I got it through! Let's see what the prompt is on turquoise. Okay, this one is the oldest book on my TBR. Okay, I think I know which one it might pick actually. I think I know what might be oldest, but we'll see. So this one, I think I have 2 prompts. This one is the oldest book that I've had for the longest time. There is another one that is oldest book released, which means the oldest book as in when it was actually released. So this is the oldest book that I've had for the longest time. So excluding one that's the second in a series, this one is the oldest book, which is what I thought it would come out as. This is When Dimple Met Rishi, and this is a contemporary book, so I'm not mad about this one. I also think it is going to be quite easy to read and hopefully a little bit summary as well. So this one says, meet Dimple. Her main aim in life is to escape her traditional parents, get to university and begin her plan for tech world domination. Meet Rishi. He's rich, good looking and a hopeless romantic. His parents think Dimple is the perfect match for him, but she's got other plans. Dimple and Rishi may think that they have each other figured out, but sometimes when opposites clash, love works even harder to prove itself in the most unexpected ways. This one is the first in a series, but I think the series is more like companion novels than actual continuations, and I'm hoping because this is a contemporary it will be quite quick as well. So this is my TBR for May. Very much not what I expected, but here we are. We have a TBR, it's 5 books. I'm hoping I can read these in May, but honestly, this month is going to be a lot. And I feel like if there's any months where I give myself a little bit of leeway, it'll be May and June. I've got my dissertation due very soon, I've got a lot of assignments due, I'm leaving uni, other stuff in my life is going on. So if I give myself a pass, it will be in May. But we'll see. We'll see how I get on. I feel like this isn't the most daunting TBR I could have had for sure, but I would have liked to have got some books that I need to read in May on there. I only got one of these, which was That Green-Eyed Girl, but the other ones are fairly short, so we could have done worse. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this kind of slightly refreshed mini golf TBR. It's been fun, chaotic as usual. If you have enjoyed it, then please have a look at the other videos. There is a playlist linked down below, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye!